Hello, travelers, and welcome to our journey through the top cities to live in South Africa. From bustling metropolises to tranquil coastal towns, we've got it all covered. Join us as we explore the pros and cons of each city, helping you make the right choice for your next adventure in this diverse and beautiful country. Whether you're seeking a vibrant urban lifestyle or the serenity of coastal living, South Africa has something for everyone. So, let's dive right in. So today we talk about 10 best places to live in South Africa. If you are a nature lover, please subscribe my channel. Number 10. East London. Located on the estuary of the Buffalo River, East London may have an industrial core, but there's more to this town than first meets the eye. The town acts as the gateway to South Africa's wild coast and, aside from being a busy port, has a selection of sandy beaches with ample chance for a spot of whale watching. East London is an affordable seaside town and a great choice if you want to lie by the ocean but don't have a ton of spare cash. The easygoing, safe suburbs of Beacon Bay along with Nahoon Valley Park have a number of places on offer at low prices. Pros of East London: 1. Great nature trails. 2. Feels safe. 3. Good transit hub. Cons of East London: 1. Spread out city. 2. Not the most beautiful city. 3. Still quite industrial. Number 9. George. A welcome change to South Africa's busy cities, George offers a high quality of life to residents. Living here means being a 15-minute drive from the ocean, but there are also amazing views of the Outeniqua Mountains. The city itself has a surprisingly assorted collection of clubs, bars and restaurants that make up its nightlife scene. With its small atmosphere, you'll get to know the local people of George quite easily. For the most lively area, choose to base yourself in George Central to be near shopping, dining and eating opportunities, as well as near George train station. Pros of George: 1. Friendly small town feel. 2. Easy to get out into nature. 3. George has good transport connections. Cons of George: 1. Not the most happening city. 2. Lack of cheap accommodation. 3. Not right on the sea. Number 8. Franschhoek. One of the oldest towns in the South African Republic. This town got its name because it was originally settled by French immigrants 300 years ago. Franschhoek means French corner. Holding on to their culture, the residents still celebrate Bastille Day here. Wine is a big part of Franschhoek, so prepare yourself. The food is amazing, too. Renting property in Franschhoek doesn't necessarily come cheap. That said, most places you can choose to live are in walking distance to the center of town, anywhere. Nothing is really too far away. Find yourself a room in a guest house or farmhouse in the area, or rent something if you've got some cash to spare. Pros of Franschhoek: 1. Stunning natural environment. 2. Very charming old buildings. 3. Wine, food and more wine. Cons of Franschhoek. 1. Relatively expensive. 2. Quite small. 3. Little to no digital nomad presence. Number 7. Jeffreys Bay. Beaches and designation as the home of the perfect wave. Jeffreys Bay is definitely the center of surfing in South Africa. This famous spot has been on the map since the 1960s and today is awash with surfers from all over the world, surf shops and cool cafes galore. The aptly named Wavecrest, with its restaurants and shops, is where you'll find all the main beaches and iconic surf spots. Here you will also find some affordable places to rent along the seafront itself. Aston Bay is another good option. A small village outside of town with, you guessed it, more beautiful beaches and affordable accommodation. Pros of Jeffreys Bay. 1. Literally one of the world's top surf spots. 2. A stunning array of beaches. 3. Super chilled vibe. Cons of Jeffreys Bay. 1. No taxi or bus service here. 2. Not always safe to wander alone at night. 3. Quite small. Number 6. Wilderness. This coastal resort town sits right on the edge of the Outeniqua Mountains and is the place to base yourself if you want a peaceful place to live for a while. There's also a ton of outdoorsy stuff you can get up to. With its 18-kilometer stretch of coastline and incredible natural scenery. There are a lot of holiday homes in Wilderness. But in Hoquil you will find farm cottages to live in. Or you could bag yourself a place that overlooks the sea itself. It's a relatively small and safe town with accommodation options scattered along the coast. Pros of Wilderness. 1. Very chilled place. 2. Perfect if you like hiking. 3. Lots of nature on the doorstep. Cons of Wilderness. 1. Not a lot to do. 2. Not many nomads to mix with. 3. Can feel like an isolated place. Number 5. Johannesburg. Johannesburg may not have the best of reputations in the past, but it's slowly becoming a safer place to live. Urban regeneration projects around areas like Mabening have seen the cool kids move in and take over operations, with cool cafes, bars and boutique popping up. There are also a ton of museums where you can learn more about the country. When it comes to finding a place to live, Linden and Greenside are known for their nightlife. But these areas are also popular with families and young couples. There are a ton of great restaurants here, too. The bohemian area of Melville is where you'll find terrace cafes, narrow lanes and second-hand bookstores. Pros of Johannesburg. 1. Huge city to explore. 2. Loads of interesting areas. 3. Domestic and international transport connections. Cons of Johannesburg. 1. Still a high-level crime in the city. 2. Could feel too big for some. 3. The traffic is bad. Number 4. Port Elizabeth. For somewhere you can easily get right into nature, Port Elizabeth is the place for you. Just outside of the city are a number of nature reserves, including Kragakama Game Park, perfect for spotting rhinos, elephants and rare birds. For more nature, spot the marine life. Whales, dolphins and seals can be spotted throughout the year along this part of the coast. Summerstrand is a nice place to base yourself in Port Elizabeth. Close to the university as well as the beach, it also boasts less crime than other areas. There's also Walmer, a pretty affluent neighborhood that's still practically a stone's throw from the beach. Pros of Port Elizabeth. 1. It's a small, friendly city. 2. Living near so much nature. 3. Relatively clean for a city. Cons of Port Elizabeth. 1. The traffic can get really bad. 2. Gang culture in some areas of the city. 3. Not a ton of culture going on. Number 3. Pretoria. With its wide boulevards and government buildings, Pretoria is a fairly new city with Boer farming origins. There are leafy suburbs, universities, black students and civil servants, which has given the city a new multicultural lease of life in the past decade. The city has even changed its name. You might want to consider living in Pretoria East. Close to the National Botanical Gardens. Areas such as Waterkloof and Boardwalk are safe and green. Elsewhere in Pretoria North, try out suburbs like Wonderboom and Capital Park, close to the Wonderboom Nature Reserve. Pros of Pretoria. 1. Much cheaper than other big cities. 2. Flowers, trees and nature everywhere. 3. Close to an international airport. Cons of Pretoria. 1. Some areas are notorious for crime. 2. Affluent areas could really price you out. 3. Occasionally there's bad traffic. Number 2. Durban. Durban is not only great for its surfing, quite possibly the best spot in the country for that, but it has some of South Africa's best beaches, too. The weather here is pretty much always on the good side, and it seems like the sunny climate and surfer atmosphere has made its way into the laid-back ambience of the city, too. This is a relatively small city, area-wise, so where you live isn't totally crucial. But if you want to be by the beach, stop off at Amanzimtoti for fishing, surfing and swimming. Or if that isn't your vibe, head to Durban Central, complete with parks, its own beach and popping nightlife. Pros of Durban. 1. Get some of the best surf you could imagine. 2. Live by the sea with tons of beaches. 3. A cool mix of cultures. Cons of Durban. 1. Could be too quiet for your liking. 2. The city is relatively small. 3. The beaches get crowded in high season. Number 1. Cape Town. Lively and never dull, there's plenty of things about Cape Town that make it a city that's always going to have your interest piqued. There's everything from top nightlife and a load of history, to hipster cafes and a phenomenal dining scene. All of this in the enigmatic shadow of Table Mountain. Being a big city, there's a whole lot of different neighborhoods to choose from, and you'll want to choose wisely. The best ones are suburbs such as Camps Bay and Clifton, which boast wealthy expat communities. For something a bit more central, try out the colourful, historic and multicultural Bo-Kaap. Pros of Cape Town. 1. Relatively laid back for South Africa. 2. An interesting mix of cultures. 3. Hiking opportunities on your doorstep. Cons of Cape Town. 1. It can be more pricey than other cities. 2. Certain areas can be very sketchy at night. 3. You'll end up spending a lot on taxis and Ubers. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the top cities of South Africa. We hope you've gained valuable insights to help you make your next big decision. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and destination guides. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from TripFlix, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. And remember to share this video with fellow travel enthusiasts to help them plan their England adventure. So thank you for enjoying our video, and if you like the video, please press like button and comment how we improve. What destination you want to see next video.